Richmond, north of Richmond, is a great song to work on your easy chords with some nice picking in there as well, so it's perfect for beginners and intermediate players. Here's how it sounds. Now, as you can see today, we've got our capo on the 3rd fret and we're in standard tuning, and there's only 4 chords you need to know. And if you are looking to work on your strumming and some chords, I've got a free 5-day beginner course for you in the description below. That'll be really good for you beginners to work on some essential techniques before you can get into this song. But otherwise, here are the chords you need to know for today. We've got an E minor. Of course, everything is now relative to the capo, so with the capo on, this will now be an E minor. So that's open 6th, 2nd fret of the 5th and 4th, and then open on the rest. And together that's going to sound like this. So make sure you're in tune first and it's sounding like that before you head on to the next chord. Then we've got a C major. We're not playing the 6th string there, so you can bring your thumb over to mute that if you want. We've got the 3rd fret of the 5th string with our ring finger, middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, open 3rd string, 1st fret of the 2nd string, and then open 1st string. That's your C major. Then we've got a G major. That's 3rd fret of the 6th string with your ring finger, 2nd fret of the 5th string with your middle finger, open 4th, 3rd and 2nd, and then ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. That's a G major. Then we've got a D suspended chord, okay? We're not actually going to be strumming the 1st string that often, but what we've got here is a D suspended 2nd. Alright, we're just strumming the 4th, 3rd, 2nd and 1st string, sometimes not even the 1st string. We've got an open 4th, 2nd fret of the 3rd, 3rd fret of the 2nd, and then open 1st. That's your D suspended 2nd. So to go over those, we've got our E minor, our C major, our G major, and then a D suspended 2nd. Now we want to keep our pinky open because we are going to change up that D suspended chord a little later on, okay? So you'll need to know that one later on, but we'll get to that in a second. Now this song has a really nice feel to it, and throughout the whole song it's going to be going with a very similar pattern. We're going to go down, down, up, up, down, up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down. So try and play that along with me. Alright, and that's going to be our pattern throughout the song with some little variations in there for picking as well. So to start off with, we've actually got a verse from the very start. So as we start strumming, the lyrics are going to start as well, and we're going to start on our E minor. We're just going to do one single down strum there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then onto a C major. 2, 3, 4, G major. 2, 3, 4, then a D suspended 2nd. But then we're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to go. Now that is a little bit tricky to get your head around, and it is going to change as well soon, but it's worth spending a bit of time on these variations because they do go throughout most of the song. So this one, on our D suspended 2nd, we're going to go. So what I'm doing there is keeping my pinky free. We're bringing it up to the 4th fret there of the 3rd string. So we're going down strum, and then down, and hammer on with our pinky. So you should hear. So that's on the 3rd string, onto that 4th fret. So down strum, and then up, down, up. So we're just strumming down, down, up, but we're hammering on in the middle. So down, down, hammer on, up, down, up. So, and a little slower for you. So that's, and again, and I'm just emphasizing that 3rd string. So that all together will go 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to go straight back onto our E minor with our strumming pattern, which is going to be down, down, up, up, down, up. And here, the second time we play it is going to be a little bit different. This is going to be the more common variation. So before we were going, but this time we're going. So this one's a little more tricky, but it's worth spending that time on it. So we're going 1, 2. So on that second beat, we're strumming down again. 1, 2, and we're hammering on there. 1, 2, and then we're going up, down, up. All right. So down, up, down, and then we're taking out our pinky, up, down, and then on our last strum, we're going open third string. So really slowly, we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, and again 1, 2, 3, 4. So that strumming is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, do 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 do. So if you watch that right hand, it's just doing that same thing. And all we're doing is changing up what's on the third string there. So that second time we play it through will be. Alright, and that's actually the whole first verse. So playing it through twice. The first time going, and then the second time going, and that's the more common variation. So that's our verse, just playing through that riff twice, the two different variations, and that'll take us onto a pre-chorus. Now, one thing to note throughout this song is that Oliver uses a lot of nice strumming by using some bass notes, as well as some high notes, but on different strums, so as well as when he's picking using things like that as well. So alright, and that riff that we've just learned is actually going to play throughout most of the song, so you've already learnt a lot of it, but I will teach you other parts, the structure, as well as some variations with picking as well. So far we've played it through twice for the verse, that's, and then the second time. Then we're going to go into a pre-chorus where we're doing a bit more of that emphasis with different parts of the strings. And we'll play that through twice there for the pre-chorus, which will take us straight into a chorus. Now in the chorus, we're going to play it through 4 times altogether. I know it's hard to follow along, but if you play along with the song, you'll really understand it. So once you've learnt this, go check out the full song. But for the chorus, we're doing a bit more picking. Now, it is very chill in the way that he plays it. He picks it differently almost every time. So I'm just going to give you some ideas for how you might pick it today. So we're going on our E minor, as we always do, starting off on that E minor for the chord progression. And here you want to use that 3rd fret of the 1st string. So for your E minor, your C and your G, you're probably going to be using that 3rd fret of the 1st string. And you might hear something like... What I'm doing there is going 6, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2. There it's 5, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2. There again 6, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2. And very often he'll go back into that strumming for the D suspended chord. So you might want to play something like this. Alright, so that's one variation of the picking. You'll also hear throughout on that C major, sometimes he does a hammer-on. So there on our middle finger, we're just having that off first and hammering it onto that second fret to complete that C major, as you already know. Alright, so you might want to try things like that. Now there's one other thing he does on the C major. He might use his pinky on the second string this time. So that's 3rd fret of the 2nd string. You might hear things like... And what I'm doing there is 5, 4, 3, and then on the 2nd string, just hammering onto that 3rd fret with our pinky. Then that's 1st string, then back to the 2nd string. And plucking that twice, going from the 3rd fret to the 1st fret. Alright, so hopefully you're getting the idea of that picking. So for the chorus, we're going to use some picking as well as some strumming, and then that will take us onto an interlude. After we've played through that 4 times, the interlude will be played once. And that's just going back to our... That will take us into verse 2. Now the start of verse 2 will be a little bit more chill. We're not doing anything too crazy. And we're going to play through that 4 times all together. The only difference will be on the last time, we're just going to do a single strum of the G and then a single strum of the D as the D suspended chord. And then that will take us onto another pre-chorus, which we're going to play through twice. So that's 4 times for the verse, then twice for the pre-chorus. And that pre-chorus will be back to our regular. So you already know that part. And then finally we'll get onto a chorus before an outro. And here it's pretty simple again. The first and second time are exactly the same as we played the first chorus. And then it changes a little bit. So the 3rd time of the chorus out of 4 will be just single strums. And some picking. For the 4th time of the chorus, and then that will take us into an outro where we're only going to play it 3 times this time. The first 2 without any lyrics, then the last time will be with lyrics. And don't worry too much if you're getting lost in the details, because you can just listen to the song and play along. It doesn't need to be too rigid, because clearly the way he plays it is very relaxed. So the first time of the outro will be just played through regularly. The second time will be a bit of picking and then some single strums. And then the last time will just be single strums. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, G. And then D. And what we're going to do after that D strum is leading into an E minor. So what I played there was just a single strum of the D suspended 2nd. Then we're going 3rd string, hammering up to that pinky on the 4th fret. So then we're going to pluck again, and we're pulling off to that 2nd fret, and then pulling off again to that open 3rd string. So it's really hard sometimes to get those pull-offs, but what you're trying to do is pull away from your body, not just pulling straight off the strings. So rather than just pulling up, you're pulling away from the string. So then you can get this. You can hear all of those notes. So you should be able to do... So then, so far we've got... Then we're going to go open 6th string, and hammer onto that 2nd fret there. So then onto an E minor as a single strum to finish off with. So that last part of the outro will sound like this. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. So that's it for this lesson. I hope you've enjoyed it, and don't forget to go check out that free 5-day beginner course to work on your strumming and technique in the description below.